Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. So you are seeing my screen, right?
Yeah, I see this right.
Okay. So let us continue what we are talking about. We are talking about this code where we request from the user two numbers. This is the same exact code that we are repeating here. So we want to find a smart way so we don't have to repeat writing the code if we want to get an average for 10 numbers. Are we going to repeat the same code 10 times? This does not make any sense. So that's why we want to use a method. We want to group the same amount of code that we want to write. We group it in a method. So this is how we write a method to do the averaging. So you see here. So this is a method name. This is the return type. Are we going to return something from the method? Okay. This is the starting of the method, and this is the end of the method here. So you see these curly braces and the starting curly braces. So if we open a curly braces, we have to close it. Okay. So this is
Okay.
exactly the same amount of code that you already write there. So we would like to group the code and give it a name. Once we do that, if we need to do an averaging for maybe 10 numbers or 20 numbers, and then we are able to do that without the need to repeat this code many times. So we just call the word average, and then it will do the same job. So you call it here how many times? You see here?
Okay.
2 times, right?
Yeah.
So for every time, it will ask you to enter two numbers and will get you the average. And then for the second time, it will also take 10 and 11 and then give you the average. So are you able to write that code, please, on your side? So you can copy and paste the code that you write before.
Yeah. Sure. I already did, but it says that I have a compiling error.
Okay, let me have a look, because we have to avoid using the scanner because it will cause some error. Okay, you can start sharing, please. So it say compiling error in what line, please? Because I still didn't see your screen yet.
In line 8, it says that I have a illegal start of expression.
Line 8, okay. Okay, public static void average illegal start of expression. Let me see, where did you write it? So, okay, dear, we do not write any static method inside main. So this is a method that is called main. Okay, we do not
Mm.
write any method inside main. We have to write it outside. So what you need to do is that you write here curly braces on line 7. Okay, yes. So please try to run again. We will face an error for the, okay. Yeah, we know that we are going to face an error with, let me see here. He does not accept that. Yeah, the scanner, we know that you have to comment that. Okay, so the scanner here, you have to comment it. It will not accept input in this kind of compiler.
Mhm.
Okay, so I would say also you have to do the same here in the console, if you can remember what you did last time. Yep, you have to put your, yes, that's good. Okay, so put two numbers here, num1, num2. Just put any two numbers.
Mm.
And don't forget the semicolon. In Java, always have to put semicolon. Yep. Okay. Now try to run, please. Okay. So I'm able, because I called average 2 times, so he ran this code for 2 times. And then he printed out this line for 2 times, but it is the same number. It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense that I average the same number 2 times? Because again, we're
No.
having a problem, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, we would like to make a small modification. This modification, actually, it is not in our current code, but we do it because we are facing a problem with the scanner. So what we do here, I want you to come here in the average. This place where we have a bracket here, I want you to put integer n1, and then comma, integer n2. Okay, that's good. So I would like you to remove the 20 from here and replace it with n1. Excellent. And yes, here, n2. Good. And then I want you to put your real numbers in average here. When you're calling this first average, I want you to use, let me see the code. He used what? He used 4 and 6. So here, use 4 and 6, like that. Inside the bracket, yes. Excellent. The second one, 10 and 11. Okay. Now run, please.
So it means we set the numbers for each time the code is run. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes, correct. So it means that here you got 17. No, something is strange. The average is it 4 and 6? Yeah, 4 and 6, the average is something wrong like that. Wait, let me see. Oh, 10 and 11 supposed to give 10.5. Why is it give it 15? Did we do something wrong? Yes, please. Now correct. So you see, a bracket did a big issue for us. Okay. Did you understand why when you left out the bracket, it doesn't work?
Yeah, in mathematics it's called, what's it called? Mass rule, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah. So it executes certain operations before another, and then
Yeah,
okay, that's good. Okay, so do you understand what did we do? What we did now in the code?
yeah.
Do you know what is
We
the purpose of the average? Now you can explain. I'm listening to you.
Okay, so the average means that we put in certain functions inside of it, so it doesn't have to we don't have to repeat the same code twice.
Okay, can you copy these two and make that we want to make an average for not four, I would say for 8 numbers. So if you copy that's line number 5 and 6 and put them under again, so copy this line, copy this line, and then give a space here and then paste it. Yeah, paste them under. Yes. Control C and then Control V. Yes, good. So you change, please change here 5 and 6. Okay. And here 20 and 30. Run, please. What is your comment about what we are doing here?
Means we run the code another 2 times.
Okay, but
Right?
we didn't need to increase the lines of the code. We needed, so if typically if you didn't make a function, you have to write this code for 4 times. But you didn't need to do that. So how many lines is that code? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 lines of code. So if we multiply it by 4, it's 24 line of code. But what you did is you write 6 here plus 4, which is these 4 lines when you call the average. So in total, you are talking about 10 lines of code instead of 24 lines of code. Did you understand the saving in time and effort that we are doing by learning how to write methods?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let us continue. Okay, so, okay, we have seen that, so we move to the next. I would like you to actually understand something here. We have something called static and non-static. And we would like to differentiate between static methods and non-static methods. So if you have this, if you see this string,
Okay.
so, okay, you see here, there is 2 strings, name 1 and name 2, right? John and Sarah.
Yeah.
And then we are printing out the length of the string. Have you seen that before?
I think so. I think I've seen that before.
Okay, so the dot length here if you can remember, this is a static or non-static method. Why I am telling it length is a method? Because I see two brackets. If I ever see two brackets like that, this cannot be just a variable. It must be a method. So I am calling the length on the variable that is called name. This is name. I'm calling on it the length. So it will measure the length here and print it out. So this length, actually, it is a non-static method. A non-static method works when we pass here a variable name like that, and then we call the method. If you look at here on the opposite side, if you call string like that, string here is capital, and it's the same like this. So if you call the string like that, and you call a method value of, okay? So when you do that, actually, can you recognize this value of what is the function of it?
Is it uh recognize the value for the intended I, maybe?
Okay, I salute your answer. I don't care answers is good or bad. It's good that you release whatever in your mind. So here we're defining an integer of 10, right? And then we want to convert that 10 to a string and save it inside S variable.
Okay.
So this string dot value of take an integer and get us out a string. So it is the same. This is 10, but this 10, we are able to do any arithmetic operation on it. But this 10, we are not able to do any arithmetic operation. It's converted to a string already. So this kind of method, which is value of, which is a member of the string class and object, we will talk about classes later. So that will be get clarified on a later stage. But at the moment, value of is a static method that belong to the string class. A string class, we use it also as a data type here. Can you see the strings that we are using?
Yeah.
Is that line of code getting you confused?
No.
Okay, so we call, since we didn't use any variable name here to call the value of, so we consider this a static method. Whenever we use the variable name in this way, and then we call the method after it with a dot, so this we call it non-static method. So this is non-static, and this is a static method. Okay. Later on, we will try to clarify what that looks like. Okay. Or what is the details behind the scene. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can you please just, I would like you to write that code, this one and this one only, and this one and this one. I don't want you to delete any of the code that you write. If you don't want them, you remember the average, sorry, this average method that we called with 4 and 6. So if you don't want to use the code, just comment it. So there is 4 averages. Here, average, so just comment them. Once you comment them, then they will not be executed. Okay, fine.
All right.
How is it?
And we are almost done. Need to have a compile error.
Okay, then share with me, please, your code. Mhm. Um, okay, can you please go down? Let me see. Java 14, compile error. Go down one more time, please.
Yeah, this is
Okay. So I would not recommend next time. I also would like not to comment. So if you commented that, this have no problem to remain. But never mind at the moment. So let me explain that to you. So you see here, there's a curly braces, and then there is a curly braces. So we opened two, but we closed one only. So we have to come on line 14 and add another curly braces. You can,
yeah.
yeah, yes, you can run also. Okay, value of. Value of is not capital, please. The V is not capital. Okay. No, the O is capital. It's true. Yeah, the O is capital. It's only the V. Can you try to run, please? Okay, so we managed to. Okay, so clear now. Part of the process when you write the code and then you face errors is actually a learning process. Solving compile errors and the code errors that happen with you now is actually part of the learning. I know that we're moving slow now, but when you write the code fast, things will improve by time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let me continue sharing, please. Okay, so we move from here, and then did you ever use or saw this Math.pow? So
I don't think I've used that.
so here, this is a library that's called Math. So this library have a lot of mathematical functions that we are able to use. From them, something that can do the square root of numbers. At the moment, we are using it, the power. So this is a static method, okay? So why is it a static? Because, yeah, let me explain it later. But if you see here the mass and the previous one that we use, which is called string. So if we call mass here, or we call the power function on uh, something that is not a variable, mass here is not a variable. It is actually a library name. And when we call the string dot value of, also the string is not a variable, it is a data type. So if we call that the method here on a library or on a data type like that, so it's called a static method. Okay, we will also look more at static methods, but I would like you at the moment to actually write that line. And I also would like you to print X. Do you know how to print X, right? It's not written here, but I believe you should be able to write it.
Yeah.
System.out.print line. Sorry, we have to close and open again. Okay.
Close and open again. All right, sure.